This is a short video to show you how to generate your class diagrams. I've opened my CO453 apps programming project, which I started in class. This is my use case for the second example of the book, where you're writing out chapters 1 and 2. And I want to generate the class diagram from the code. So you go to Tools. One of the other things you might want to know is that under View there's a lot of windows you can open. So I've got the Diagram Navigator open so I can see where my diagrams are, the Properties window open, and the Model Explorer open. That helps. I'll show you how. So going back to Tools, we're going back to Code, and we're going to go to Instant Reverse. Okay, you need to make sure that the language choice is C#. And I've done this one before. What you have to do is, first of all, because unfortunately I've made it more difficult for you because I've used folders in your programming application, a Unit 4 and a Unit 5 folder. So what you must do is make sure you have all three paths. And you can add a path here. So you go add path. Oh yeah, right there. Yep, sorry. And then go and find a path. So you'll go to your PC. I'm using drive D, and I'm using projects. Here's my console app project. Go in there, and if I say open to that, I'll be in the console app. If I want Unit 4, I can open it like that. And that just adds the path, though it was already there. So make sure you've got all three paths there before you say OK. And then you can see, you then have access to all the files. So the program file, the simple IO, the genders. These are the ones I've done so far. I'm going to put them all in, but you might want diagrams that only have some of them in, but I'm just going to show you how you can get all of them in one diagram if you want. It's going to create a new diagram, so this is going to be class diagram 2. I could name this console classes if I wanted to, and say OK. And there you go. It's as easy as that. You can see though that some of the classes, and I'm not quite sure why, I'm going to look into this, do have a connection. So the program class can access the MP3 chart class, and the MP3 chart class can access the simple IO class. And the tournament uses simple IO as well. You can see it all in one go. You can change, if you want to play around in the properties, you can easily change colors, and you can easily rearrange these classes if you want to. But that's a class diagram which you can use the snipping tool to grab as an image, or if you go to where is it now? Yeah, go to project, you can export the active diagram as an image and just put it somewhere as a console classes.jpg there, and then you can add that to your documentation in GitHub. I think that's about all you need now. I'm going to stop there. I've thought of 3 other things you might want to know. So we know that the program class also uses a distance converter, but there's no line joining it. So if you click on program, there's the context menu, drag and drop in the middle, and then select the relationship. Obviously it's in your second year you'll be told what all these relationships are, but that's the most straightforward one. Simply means the program class can access the distance converter. So you can add lines like that. The other thing I didn't show you was, if we go back to Tools, Code Generation again, and say OK to that. Yeah, that was okay, that stage was alright. What I didn't show you here was there are some form diagram options here, and what you want to do, otherwise you'll get the folders as well as the files, is take out, that was ticked, show containers, so I've unticked it so I don't get the folders in as well as the files. So just remember that, sorry. The third thing I'll show you is the importance of the Model Explorer. So for example, if I go to another class diagram, let's say go to week 1 class diagram, which has the folder in it, as well as the classes. If I want another class on there that I've already got in another diagram, I simply look for it down here somewhere. So there's all the use cases you can see. I want simple I/O. Let's say I want simple I/O in this diagram. I can drag and drop it because it's already imported from somewhere else. So there's simple I/O. And if I then say, well, the book class uses simple I/O, I can go and connect it like that. Okay. One final thought. To get this reverse engineering, you do need the standard edition or higher. So what I suggest you do is use the community edition until a month before the final assessment's due in, and then switch it to the evaluation of the standard edition for 30 days. That way you can then generate all the class diagrams and add them to the right pages. So you could leave the generation of classes until the final month. The community edition will allow you to do the diagrams, the use case diagrams that you need for the other part of the documentation.